welcome back. You join us as we discuss even more of the upcoming structure deck, Blue Eyes White Destiny. And Tom and I are going through some of the new cards. We've already done 4, but now it's time to go through the other 4 of the 8 brand new cards coming to the TCG in this structure deck. Now, Tom, this card's quite exciting because it's our first ever Blue Eyes Link monster.
Exactly, Ed. And as you say, it is very exciting to get a Link monster, a Link 1 in particular. They've been powerful throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history, and this one is certainly no exception. So we have Spirit with Eyes of Blue here. You can summon it with any level 4 or lower dragon or spellcaster monster. So we've mentioned Maiden of White before. We've also got next to it Neo Kaiser Seahorse. So any of those will do to Link summon Spirit with Eyes of Blue. You have to watch out though, because when it's on the field, you're not allowed to special summon monsters except dragons, so you have to be careful not to try and summon any of the spellcasters in the deck or anything like that, but that's not too much of a problem. As you'll see, it gets itself off the field quite quickly. So when it's Link summoned, you can take a Mausoleum of White and add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. So Mausoleum of White was a powerful field spell introduced for the Blue Eyes deck. And Mausoleum of White is very handy. It can both target a tuner monster you control, which is a very helpful thing to do because the maidens get their effects when they're targeted by a card effect. And in addition, it can send a normal monster from your deck to the graveyard. And everyone knows what our favorite normal monster is in this Blue Eyes White Destiny deck. What do you think it is?
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Top marks, Ed, top marks. So as I mentioned before, you can't summon except for dragons while it's on the field. However, it can distribute itself to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your hand or graveyard. So you play it, you get its effect, you search your Mausoleum of White, and then you tribute it straight away, get a Blue Eyes. Fantastic.
Good synergy. It's always nice to see how this stuff all comes together. But speaking of things coming together, we're seeing a sort of reimagining of an old card with this next one, because we all remember the classic Kaiser Seahorse. But this isn't any old Kaiser Seahorse.
No, this is a Neo Kaiser Seahorse. So the original Kaiser Seahorse, as you mentioned, was very good with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, so it could be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a light monster, such as Blue Eyes White Dragon, but this has got a few more things it can do than just be treated as 2 tributes. So first off, if you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can special summon it straight from your hand. So that's a great start, especially for a tuner monster, which it is, allowing you to perform a quick synchro summon. If it's sent to the graveyard, like for a synchro summon, or maybe for the Link summon of Spirit with Eyes of Blue, then you can send a Blue Eyes monster or one monster that mentions it from your deck to the graveyard. So you could, again, as you can probably tell by now, there's loads of ways to get a Blue Eyes White Dragon into the graveyard, onto the field, into your hand, all this fantastic stuff. And then its final effect, which is very, very helpful, is to target a level 1 tuner or itself, any light tuner you control, and you can either increase its level by 1 or decrease its level by 1. So there's loads of useful things you can do with it. So you can target your own Maiden of White, and if you target a Maiden of White, then you can activate its effect because it's been targeted by a card effect, again, letting you summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Or if you happen to already have a Blue Eyes White Dragon and another level 1 tuner, you could make it a level 3. And that way you have a level 1, a level 3, and a level 8, which is 2 tuners, and they all add up to level 12, allowing you to synchro summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, one of the most powerful cards in the new structure deck.
Wow, so that is the sort of way around making sure that you've got enough tuners, is utilizing Kaiser Seahorse and also some of the Maidens and other single tuners there. So that's really interesting to just get into that really, really amazing new synchro that we've got here. And then we move into trap card territory as well. So tell us about this one.
Well, any deck needs some powerful traps. Once you've set up all your big dragons, you need to make sure your opponent's not going to knock them down. And you can defend yourself with Majesty of the White Dragons. So we've mentioned loads of ways to get Blue Eyes into your hand, on the field, or into the graveyard, and this makes use of that. So for every Blue Eyes White Dragon you can show your opponent from your hand or field or graveyard, then you can destroy a card your opponent controls. So this is super powerful effect. So you can be destroying up to 3 cards. Doesn't target, so your opponent doesn't know what you're going to do until the card resolves. Super powerful card. In addition, if it's in your graveyard, you can banish it and use a ritual effect, which is a very cool effect to have on a trap card. So we can summon, for example, one of the coolest ritual Blue Eyes monsters, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon with a whopping 4,000 attack, piercing damage, all that good stuff.
That's all the good stuff that you want, and everyone does still love Chaos Max Dragon. The fact that you can now have an easier access to it through this new Majesty of White Dragons, that's really, really exciting. But then we move into the last of the 8 cards that we're going to talk about, and that's Indigo Eye Silver Dragon. This is a new Xyz.
Exactly. So It's a great thing to do if you happen to have 2 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Obviously, your opponent knows they're in trouble if you have 2 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon, who wouldn't be? But you can now make this brand new rank 8. It requires 2 dragon monsters, and it cannot attack directly unless it has a normal monster as a material. So if you've got a Blue Eyes White Dragon as one of the materials, then you're doing fine. In addition, when it's XYZ summoned, you can negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. So it's pretty handy. Anything your opponent's got, not going to be able to stop you.
And 4,000 attack as well. So this is no card to sniff at, I'd say.
Exactly. Not only has it got 4,000 attack, but you can detach a material from it and target a normal monster in your graveyard or that's banished, and special summon it, and then that normal monster gains 1,000 attack. So if that normal monster is Blue Eyes White Dragon, how much attack is that in total?
That's 4,000, which means that's going to be 8,000 worth of damage in just those 2 monsters.
Exactly, and not only that, you've already negated all of your opponent's card effects, so they're not going to be able to stop you.
Goodness me. So that is really what we're seeing as part of the synergy here with Blue Eyes White Destiny, and it's really, really exciting. I'm looking forward to really sinking my teeth into this deck, my dragon teeth no less, and seeing how it all comes together. But you guys can get your hands on Blue Eyes White Destiny from February 13th, but there are also release events from the 12th of February through to the 2nd of March, where you guys can also try and get your hands on this amazing game mat as well. So make sure you guys jump in to try and get the Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck.